times it is necessary for us to rather carefully evaluate the circumstances of the day and also to try to understand as thoroughly as we can the factors that contribute to the essential progress of mankind. The great journey of man is a long one. Its beginnings we know very little about. And in the narrow band covered by history, we observe the struggle of the human being through various emergencies which he has created largely for himself, partly by ignorance and partly by the misuse and abuse of what he likes to call knowledge, which perhaps is only another name for ignorance. For if we abuse, we are ignorant. We also realize that at almost any point in man's career, he might have come to a hopeless blocking of his progress, had not crisis arisen. Now we look back over the pages of history again, and we find almost constant record of crisis. Various nations in various degrees of cultural development have come again and again to those critical periods in which it seemed for a moment that their national destinies were lost. In these critical moments, violent, often vicious circumstances arose. And in due time, there also rose a remedy against the immediate evil. The individual found some strange providence that seemed to guide him out of emergency and into a new line of endeavor, a little closer to reality. And after a while he wandered again. Again, nature moved against him. Determined that he should not be permitted to escape from the boundaries of survival and to place himself in a situation beyond recall. We observe this, and we are aware that these critical periods are seldom pleasant. But there is some consolation in the fact that most of them have been well deserved, and that out of them, humanity as a stream of life has emerged, chastened but strengthened. We are in such a situation today, and perhaps we are a little more worried than we ever were before, because the gradual tendency in the last several centuries has been toward world involvement in crisis. Up to a comparatively recent time, critical situations were more or less isolated. One group, one structure might come into emergency, but the rest of the world went along. Now, however, the emergency is one emergency. One critical situation threatens us, and out of it must come the only solution, as we well realize, and have realized for years, namely world solutions. The rapid increase in communication, transportation, the wide-flung diffusion of knowledge have altogether brought this world into a very close pattern, and it is no longer possible for one part to be involved in a struggle for existence, and the other part remain a tranquil observers of the situation. Today, we stand in great need for re-evaluating most of the patterns and practices with which we are now involved. There are very few persons who, deep in their own hearts, do not realize that we are in the midst of trouble we have caused for ourselves.
I got ships down my spine, man. Please don't want that.